constantly, the horns and the beeping and the sounds and the people and everything. But it was silent after this happened. And the planes went right over Broadway. Like, you're standing right there at Times Square, and right over Broadway into the buildings. And the ash came all the way up through Times Square. People were covered. People were just walking in to shops, just covered in ash, with this blank, everybody just blank faces, just a look that I've never seen before on their faces. I've never seen since. Just lost, just completely confused, not knowing what's happening. And New Yorkers, all of us as you see, are always doing it, going their way and doing their thing. And that day, everybody just looked to each other in fear or companionship, wanting to know what's going on. They went to the park, they didn't know where else to go. So we all went to the park, everybody sat in the park and just waited. Cars stopped, turned on radios, because obviously, no cell phones worked, nothing worked. And we just listened and we waited to hear, was this whole island gonna were we gonna die? Like, right now? Nobody knew what was going on. And when it happened, all those families that were connected to that were wanting anything, a toothbrush, like a piece of anything as a memory of their person and their family that was here. And everything was just demolished, just gone. Nothing left. 1 minute they're there, and the next minute, completely gone. When they came back, when they did come to the site, and after everything was settled, you'll notice if you look over a little closer that on top of all the ash and the wreckage and what was left over was two beams, separate beams from the structure that had fallen in an exact cross, laid exactly on top of it. Still gives me
We saw it a million times, I can tell you, but we saw it a million times.
And it's over there, and you can see
it's still there?
It's still up. They put it up as a place as a memory for that. Now also, people spend so much time and energy sacrificing every moment to helping and cleaning and searching for anything and anyone, and hours and days. There's St. Paul's Chapel that I'm going to bring you to very soon, and it's now a memorial towards the World Trade Center. And that's where people went, firemen, policemen, just to basically, for 4 hours of sleep, just to recuperate, to eat, to sleep, for peace, to come back over here and spend hours, non-stop. Their feet, their shoes were worn through to their feet. There are people, podiatrists over here, working on their feet. There were musicians that volunteered their time just for music, just to give peace and some sort of calm to the craziness that was going on. People volunteered their time, their money, their food, their beds. People sent teddy bears. You'll see that in there. Children wrote letters, and it was amazing what people did to get through and what New York has gone through. And ever since then, it's never been the same. When we had a blackout, and there was an East Coast blackout. I don't know if you had all heard about that or remembered about that. That feeling. Immediately, all of us were like, the power's not going out, everything's shut down, and all of us, nobody panicked, but we all just got quiet and peaceful, and we all gathered together again, and just were like, is it happening again? And then when they found out it wasn't, all were like, okay, let's sit down, let's sit on the street, let's have some food, let's open up the refrigerators, because why? All that food's going to go to waste. So everybody gave out free food and ice cream on the streets, people bonded together. When you hear about the riots of the Bronx, back in the 60s, that is not the New York now, We're all here, and we're all like, we're going to get through. And I feel like that's obviously reaching out amongst the whole country. But I don't know where you were at that moment in time, but I know we all remember and think about it. Take your time and take a moment if you want, and remember that, and remember the people, the 2,700 people that died, and all the people that are still affected by what happened here, which is So everybody. I'm gonna give you a few minutes.